Well, guten Abend, mein Pfeifenfreunds. How you guys doing tonight? Hey, holy smoking pipe Padre back here at you. Wishing all of you a very happy and hopefully a wonderful Christmas season. Yep, so in this video, I'm going to talk about smashing a PlayStation 4, you betcha. And also, I'm going to talk to you about my end of the year pipe tobacco and pipe related things review. Okay? But first, I'm smoking my Ashton. Now this is the 10-gallon hat version of a cherry wood. If you compare it to a standard size Group 5 Dunhill cherry wood, you can plainly see that obviously this is slightly a little bit bigger. And in it, I am smoking some Frogmorton Cellar. No, yes. Oops. Hold on here. Where did I put that? Oops. Ah, here we go. Frogmorton Cellar. Delicious stuff. Excellent. Okay, so first things first, let me put my Ashton down, and believe it or not, here we go. PlayStation 4. That's it. So, you're probably saying he's not going to, smashing a PlayStation 4? You're probably thinking, well, it's broken. It doesn't work anymore, right? I mean, these things came out a long time ago. I'm sorry to do that for you, but you know what, folks? I said we're going to talk about smashing a PlayStation 4. Okay? What happened is I saw a video earlier today. I was going through adding people to my YouTube circles and all this stuff, trying to play, still working with Google Plus. Forgive me. And anyway, one of our members had a video up about smashing a PlayStation 4. Well, I have to be honest, it got my attention. Okay? I'm sorry, it got my attention. So, also, I'm cooking a video back here. Okay. So I thought, gosh, cheap. It was cheap. But anyway, we're not going to smash it. Okay. I'm not going to smash my PlayStation 4. No. Maybe I should. Of course, I don't get a chance to. What I do is I usually watch a lot of DVDs and videos. In fact, I'm going to watch one of my favorite holiday videos. You can call me sentimental and whatever, corny. But I love All Creatures Great and Small, and one of my favorite holiday things to watch is the episode called God Rest You Merry Gentlemen. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful show, and it's all about Christmassy things, and I just love it. It's just not Christmas until I play that. So today's my first real day of kind of just, being relaxing and having a great day. Been doing some digital postcards to people, some of you out there, and thanking you for your gifts and everything. So let's get started with our video on actual pipe tobacco reviews. Now, show you the old holy smoking PlayStation Padre. This is my workstation here. If I can get this little video camera to work. And as you can see, there's my new iMac. There's my old iMac. Still like it. I still use it a lot. But behind the scenes, folks, you can kind of get a sense of what's going on here. Look at that. Pipe tobacco, pipes, okay. But behind the scenes, yep, look at that. All of that backy, okay. This is my working table. This is where I'll select an actual pipe tobacco that I'm working through and I'm enjoying and maybe are trying for the first time. And so tonight we're going to talk about this year's pipe tobaccos that I have enjoyed over the last year. Now, I apologize because the one thing about this Ashton, we'll talk about that in just a second here, but I got to adjust some settings. Sure, there's more light in here. I don't know if that really helped or not. Oh well, the lighting, I'm not too happy with the lighting on this. But that's the way it is, okay? And that's the way it is, okay? As Walter Cronkite used to say, it's just not working. Maybe that'll work. Is this going to work at all? It's just... Yeah, folks, I'm really sorry about that. I'm kind of struggling to get this working here. Well, maybe that'll work a little bit better. Okay. Okay, so my Ashton, I love it a lot, and it's a pipe that that can smoke almost literally for hours. And what I did was I loaded up some of that Frog Morton Cellar because I only had just enough for maybe 2.5 bowls, and I thought, gosh, why not just put it in my Ashton? I can do a video. Now, don't relax. I've already smoked over half of it, so it's not gonna. This isn't gonna be a 2-hour video. I think a few of you were kind of clutched your heart. Oh my gosh, a 2-hour video? No, just kidding. But so anyway, I wanted to just talk about the pipe tobaccos that I have enjoyed, and again, this is just my simple recommendation. Well, let me stop. It's not a recommendation. It's just telling you what I smoked in the new year, okay? Get a little closer. Maybe the light will help a little bit. I don't know. Okay, so Frog Morton Cellar was one of the ones that I'm smoking right now. Now, one of the pipe tobaccos I want to talk about. I'd already done this video once, and my camera died on me, so I'm a little bit disappointed at that. But one of the tobaccos that I smoked this year, and it was given to me as a gift, and it was a unique gift. And as I talk about this, it's going to be kind of a twofold reason for talking about it. It is this wonderful tobacco here, which is a rope tobacco. Now, you will notice that it is in a wonderful mason jar. And I have learned my lesson, boys and girls. When you get a nice tobacco, please preserve it. And I know that other people would have told me that before. Sad to say, I have learned the hard way by not preserving it correctly. And sad to say, I've kind of unfortunately lost some probably good tobaccos due to age and time and improper storage. And so the reason why I tell you that is because, one, the rope tobacco was excellent. Now, when I make these, when I talk to you about these tobaccos, I may not exactly be totally, I'm going to give you a rating, and then, if I recommend it to you, that's great. And I'm not really here trying to, I'm not here to force people into, saying, oh, this is great, go out and try it. I really want to take a little bit of a step back from that and just say, this is what I smoked this year, and I liked it, okay? And if you happen to like certain things, then yes, I will make a kind of a little bit of a light recommendation. But again, I'm not telling you to go out and buy this stuff and smoke it. I'm not telling you that. I'm just telling you what I like and what was good, what I enjoyed this year. Okay, that's all this is. So that being said, I also got some gifts, and again, one of them was my Secret Santa. And I've tried this one here. This is the Dunhill Elizabethan mixture. I saw this advertised earlier this year on Pipes and Cigars, I think it was, and I really wanted some, but they were all out of stock. Well, Hamish McDowell sent me some in my Secret Santa, and again, Hamish, if you're watching, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's good. I would give it certainly a 7 out of 10. I've tried it. I've smoked about 2 or 3 bowls out of this, and it is very good. It's an English blend, Virginia's, and with a little bit of Perique. So if you like Perique, guys, gals, this would be something you might like. Okay. One of my all-time favorites, without a doubt, is Ceylon's Black. So if you happen to like, I always think that Ceylon's Black to me is a marriage of either, I think it's more of a Balkan blend, but it's like a marriage between a Balkan and and aromatic. And I really think it's just a wonderful marriage of these two wonderful tobaccos. So I would definitely give this an 8.5. I've always loved Selim's Black, maybe a 9, but wonderful, wonderful tobacco, Selim's Black. Okay. I received from Joe Case, and I forgot who else, some dark Kentucky and also a Peter Heinrich dark Kentucky. And very, very good. But I think one of them, I think it was the Peter Heinrich dark, was very, very stout. In other words, it's kind of up there with, say, And So to Bed and Nightcap. So it is quite a strong tobacco, nicotine-wise. So if you like that, make sure you're, you know, probably ready to be, ready to be going to bed here pretty soon. And I wouldn't drive after smoking, that's for sure. It just makes you kind of woozy. Okay, let me just tamp this down. Get a good light on it again. This is my Dunhill lighter. Okay. That being said, sure Ray says. Okay. The next tobaccos I got, which I was a little bit interested in, but a little bit apprehensive about, were the Sutliff tobaccos. Now, I first originally was gifted some Sutliff tobaccos from Angela's New Bag and Eric's Random World. And I have to tell you that I was pleasantly surprised. I remember seeing a video that Jay did, and even Jay said, man, it's really better than I thought it was going to be. Very true. But the Black Swan is very interesting because it's almost, if not identical, to a Briar Patch blend called Black Velvet. It looks the same. It is a dark black Cavendish, and it is very, very good. It is cased, you know, but very sweet. But it's a very good smoke. Now, another one that they sent to me was Fieldmaster, and this is a nice English blend, very nice. And I want to say that Hamish McDowell also sent me some Molto Dolce, which I have not opened and I have not tried, but I'm assuming this is a sweet aromatic. Okay. As far as the Black Swan goes, again, it is like identical, almost. I'm sure it's the same. I'm sure it's just repackaged by another company. But it is a good tobacco. Black Velvet, Black Swan. I smoke that usually in my little Group 5 Dunhill, and I have for a couple of years now. Excellent smoke, especially in this pipe. Nice little marriage between the Black Velvet, Black Swan, and the little Dunny that I got. So that being said, now Briar Patch makes a Black Velvet version, and I think they are identical. They look the same, they smell the same, they feel the same, they're the same cut. So again, I just think it's just marketed in a different by a different company, but they probably come from the same generic warehouse, I guess. But anyway, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So the Sutliff tobaccos were a real pleasant surprise this year. Also, I got this wonderful gift from one of our pipe presenters. This is a wonderful gift from my friend Herminator. I don't know what that was.
Alert from Wondershare Video Converter Ultimate.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Oh, one of my videos just got through cooking. Okay. So Herman sent me kindly a German flake tobacco, and now I cannot find it. But anyway, it was a wonderful flake tobacco, and also very reminiscent of Stonehaven. A wonderful Stonehaven is another blend that I found again at the Briar Patch. It's a wonderful, wonderful flake tobacco, but again, properly preserved. Okay, so and then this in this pipe that I will probably go ahead and light now. Put my Ashton back because it's kind of falling. It's falling, kind of getting a little low. Pardon me. I'm smoking, and I love this pipe because it looks like a Bilbo Baggins pipe. It looks like a Tolkien-esque kind of a pipe, a Hobbit pipe, if you will. You know, something that Frodo Baggins would probably put in his rucksack and take with him on his adventures. With that being said, I was going to say something about. I'll see it when I see it. Aha, yes. And I'm smoking this Esotericas and Soda Bed. Now this is a very good tobacco. Sadly, I did not preserve this. This is probably about a 2-year-old tin. Okay, and it's probably stale. It's probably, you know, it's past its prime, but it's still good. I'm surprised. Actually, I loaded it up earlier, and I did the little delayed gratification treatment there, and about a couple hours ago, and now it seems to have calmed down quite a bit. At first, it was pretty harsh. So I don't know what happened here, but anyway, the thing is, I would give this at least an 8. Because it is a very flavorful tobacco, but it is a very strong tobacco. So just kind of a little word of warning there. Okay. But getting back to the Stonehaven, that's clearly a 9 when it comes to my rating on that. And on the rating on the Sutliff tobaccos, Black Swan certainly an 8, and the Fieldmaster, which I've tried, I'd say definitely a 7. Okay. Now, you know, again, I might be a little conservative on some of my ratings here. You might rate them less or maybe more, but that's where I'm going to rate them. Okay, next on my desk of smokable tobaccos, let me go through real quick here this other stash. I got to tell you, I'm starting to feel a little bit of this soda bit. If I start nodding off, you'll know why. Virginia Woods. Yeah, okay, I'm going to talk about some McClellan blends here real quick. First, I was smoking the McClellan's Cellar. That is an excellent tobacco. That's definitely a 9. Okay, Frogmorton Cellar. Okay, wonderful stuff. And I love McClellan blends. Frogmorton Over the Pond. Again, another 8.5 at least, maybe a 9. And Pebble Cut. This was my very first McClellan's blend. This one here, it was probably about 2 years old. A little bit of dust there. And it needs to be smoked pretty quickly. I'll probably maybe put the rest of this in my Ashton someday in the next couple days and smoke it. Delicious. It is a wonderful tobacco. Definitely an 8 at least. The thing about McClellan blends, for those of you who have never tried them, there is a wonderful aroma that you get from many of the McClellan blends, which is reminiscent of, say, HP sauce or Heinz 57 sauce or Heinz 57. The kind of the vinegary, fermented kind of tobacco smell. And if you're not accustomed to that, it might be a little like, what's that? Some people like it, and some people kind of puts them off, like, well, what, is this bad? Did this go bad or something? So anyway, but McClellan blends are delicious, and a Pebble Cut again is an 8. Frogmorton Cellar certainly a 9, no doubt about it. Just toss those over there. Okay, now the next group, I got kind of doing this in groups here of tobaccos, and the next group of tobaccos that I want to talk about affectionately are My Boswell blends. Okay. Can't say enough good things about Boswell blends. Northwoods and Virginia Woods are similar. They're both English. But I think I prefer the Boswell blends just a little bit better. I think old J.M. Boswell, blessings upon him and his wonderful family, can't say enough good about them. This guy knows how to blend tobaccos, and he blends good tobaccos. The things that I love about the Boswell tobaccos are simply that they there's no tongue bite, or very, very little. I mean, you probably, if you smoke 4, 5, 6 bowls a day, you might start getting some tongue bite. I mean, I think that would be kind of reasonable to assume that would happen. But if you're new to pipe smoking, then they even make special no bite delights, which is just awesome. But anyway, this here is Northwoods, and I think it's to me this is like an 8, where Virginia Woods probably maybe 6.5 or a 7. Again, I like Virginia Woods, but it's not. If I had my choice, I would definitely go with the Boswell blend on that one. Their newest little added addition to the family is Cupcake. And believe it or not, I tried some of this last night, driving around looking at Christmas lights, and it's delicious. It's delicious. I was smoking in my little Dunny Church cherry wood, and I just love it. So very good. Love that Cupcake. But I think my favorite, some of my real favorites, of course, are Christmas Cookie and Berry Cobbler. This is good stuff. Definitely a 9. And I love Christmas Cookie. Definitely a 9. Now I want to talk about the Cherry Smash. Now, here's where we kind of it gets a little interesting for me. This definitely, let me put some of these over here. Some tobaccos definitely have a topping on them. And again, I think it's, you can buy cherry flavored tobacco, you know, even in the drugstore. And this is a year old, and again, I did not properly preserve it. That's one thing about the Boswell tobaccos. They're pretty hardy. Okay, even if you leave them in the plastic bag, they're not going to go bad. Okay, I mean, with a reasonable amount of time. Okay, so, but I would certainly, if I was not going to be smoking this for a while, I would probably put it in a mason jar to keep it properly preserved. But Briar Patch sells a cherry blend very similar to Cherry Smash. But I've noticed in my smoking adventures that the Cherry Smash and the Very Cherry, I guess it's called at Briar Patch, there is a difference. Now the wonderful smell in the bag is wonderful. This is not working out too well right now. So I will go back to my Ashton. I love this thing. I love the way this feels. I love the way both these pipes feel in my hand. I just love the way they feel. But the Cherry Smash, the Boswell blend, I think is a bit superior, and I'm going to tell you why. Again, I'd give Cherry Smash at least an 8. They say, well, I thought you really liked the Boswell blends. And I really do. I'm not a real big cherry person, I guess. I mean, I like cherry, but I'm not like... And I think the difference is because some cherry blends are just like over-the-top cherry blends, which some people love, and that's great. But the reason why I like this cherry blend is because when you smoke it, some of the cheaper ones, you'll get that topping, and in the first few puffs, first part of the pipe, it'll be pretty good. But then, whatever that topping is, it quickly evaporates or dissipates, whatever, and all you're left is with the inferior tobacco that they use to blend it with. Uh, and I think that's the case with a lot of store-bought tobaccos. They get these, really inferior or probably even dried out tobaccos, and they top them, and then resell them as their product. Whereas you get somebody like Boswell's who knows what they're doing and they're real craftsmen at what they make and sell. So yeah, the tobacco has a topping, a cherry flavored topping, but they start off with good quality tobacco. So what happens is you get the cherry flavor pretty much throughout the entire smoke, okay, which is really important. If you're smoking a cheap tobacco, you'll get the first few puffs or whatever, and it'll taste pretty good, and then all of a sudden it just kind of turns to weeds and ash. That's what has been my experience. But again, not with the Boswell blends, okay? Their cherry smash is good. So if you like cherry, way to go. Certainly an 8. And again, I'm not a big cherry person. I like it, I really do, but it's not something I mean, if I had berry cobbler and cherry smash to choose from, I'd definitely go with the berry cobbler every day, okay? They have another one out called, of course, more Christmas cookie. Love that Christmas cookie. Okay, and then they also have a new one out called, well, this is new to me, Spice and Nice. This is a black Cavendish. I was hoping, and again, Christmas cookies a 9, and Spice and Nice, I'd say certainly an 8. The only reason why I guess I'm not giving it a higher rating for me personally, and this is just, pardon, it's just a matter of taste, is that I was kind of hoping this was going to be more equivalent to a wonderful tobacco, and actually it was a store-bought tobacco that Bruno, the Daily Puffer, sent me about a year or so ago, called Holland House, which I absolutely love. Oh, and I love the smell of Holland House. I love the taste of it. For a store-bought kind of what we call a pharmacy blend, it was amazing. Okay, and I was really hoping that this was going to be that, but it wasn't. It's something different, and it's good. And I've only smoked, I think, maybe 1, maybe 2 bowls, but again, it's certainly an 8, no problem with the Boswells. So that's my little Boswell kind of review. Again, if you're looking to buy, you're new at pipe smoking, you can't go wrong with a Boswell blend. You just can't. I mean, maybe some people out there don't like Boswell blends, but I haven't met anybody yet. Okay. Little Saison's organ concerto in the background. Okay, moving right along. Again, Boswell. I want to thank Hamish McDonald for sending me some more Northwoods. Thank you, sir. Okay, now I want to look at well, we're about halfway done. So if you're wondering how much longer this video is going to be. Presbyterian mixture. I would say Presbyterian mixture is probably akin to the Elizabethan mixture. I haven't actually opened this one. I've smoked Presbyterian mixture in the past. Again, it's an English blend. A good, hearty, robust English. I'm not sure if, again, I've heard that they've kind of, a new company bought them out, and they're still selling Presbyterian mixture under the same label, but I don't know if it's exactly the exact same blend that it used to be. I don't know, so I have to wait and see. If you like an aromatic, sweet Killarney, this is akin to Sunset Breeze. Okay, definitely an 8, and if you like aromatics, you'll love this. Okay, not Sunset Breeze, sweet Killarney. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Here we go. Dunhill Mixture 965. Okay, now I know a lot of people love this. It was my first try at it. I'm going to have to go back and maybe be a little more patient with it. It wasn't bad. I'd give it a 6.5 right now, only because it didn't curl my toes, okay? It just didn't have anything that says, hey, I really like that. It was like, okay. You know, it's kind of like a cup of coffee in the morning. I mean, if this was the only tobacco I had, I wouldn't complain. But it just didn't seem to have some of the, I don't know, overtones or subtleties. It just seemed to be a little bit bland. That's all I'm going to say. It just didn't quite get my attention. Now, somebody said just give it some time, you know, but don't sell it short. Just give it some time. Maybe marry it up with a certain pipe and do that. So I'll probably do that maybe in the new year. Marry it up with just one pipe and just kind of put a couple of bowls through it and then see if I get a new experience, okay? But I know a lot of people love Dunhill 965 to include the one and the only Matches 860. Okay, here is one that I do absolutely love. This was recommended by Herminator. This is Dark Twist. It is a coin or a cake, cut cake with, you know, they're into coins, okay, tobacco coins. Very rich, hearty, dark, and delicious. Definitely an 8.5, maybe a 9. Okay. All right. And I have to do this. I just have to do it. Do you know what this is? Some of you already know what this is. And this is Haunted Bookshop. And all I'm going to say is Haunted Bookshop is Haunted Bookshop. And I would give Haunted Bookshop an 8. I like it. And at times it's just one of these tobacco. I think of all the, this is the most interesting tobacco I've ever. Well, next to, no, it's a Cornell Deal C&D blend. It's a Hardy Burley, heavy on the Hardy, hard. And it's got a stout nicotine punch. It's just like, have you ever had a friend in your life that although you really find them interesting, you can only take them, a little bit of them so much, you know, and then you gotta, okay, I'll talk to you later, bye. You know, you like them, you even love them, but you just don't spend a lot of time with them because they're a little overpowering sometimes. And that's maybe how I feel about Haunted Bookshop. It's an interesting blend, and if it's one of these weird days where kind of, you know, life is just kind of boring or something, and I need a little kind of a weird pick-me-up or something to kind of get my attention, I'll definitely smoke some Haunted Bookshop. Some people love it, and some people hate it, but I just think it's an interesting tobacco. That's all I can say. Oh, here's another one. This is one of my standards. Classic Rattray's Black Mallory. Now this is this tobacco is excellent. Definitely a 9. Rattray's blends are awesome. I recently got introduced to Bagpiper blend, which is a wonderful sweet aromatic. But anyway, Rattray's, very, very traditional, classic English blend. Wonderful. Definitely a 9. Okay. We're pretty much in the home stretch here, folks. I got some Briar Patch. Again, here's the Very Cherry from Briar Patch. It's similar, almost, I wouldn't say identical, but very close to Cherry Smash. But this does not smoke as well as a Cherry Smash. Okay, so I would give this a 7. Okay, again, this isn't bad. It's not like, ooh, I hate this, it tastes terrible, or it's nasty, or whatever. No, it's just, you know, it's a topped tobacco, and top tobaccos, if they're not really blended, if they don't have a good base blend, when the topping's gone, it's not really that appealing of a pipe tobacco. Okay. But this isn't bad. This isn't bad. It's like I said, it's a little bit below the Cherry Smash, okay? Again, Black Velvet. Very similar to Black Swan. And this is delicious. And I give this at least an 8.5. And I love it. I do love it. This is kind of a go-to blend. If I had to choose, okay, a standard blend, that I would, you know, say, okay, I'm just gonna, if I'm gonna buy, you know, this as like a, you know, standard, I would have no problems smoking this every day. This is very, very good tobacco. I'm lucky to have it. Okay. All right. Again, here's this Holland House, what I have a little bit left. That came to me as a gift from Bruno. I just think this is a wonderful, wonderful tobacco, Holland House. The smell on this is just almost like a little bit of heaven. This was given to me by actually my pastor, and when he went to Poland. And although I'm making a big mess here, you can't see that thing, thankfully. M4. A lot of people love this as a department drugstore blend. Okay. This actually, you can't buy it like this here in America, I guess, unless, well, maybe some places might sell it online, but I can't find it in the stores. Pipes and Cigars makes a pretty interesting knockoff parody on this, which is actually quite good. But the problem is it's a topped cased tobacco, and once it gets past a few the initial burn, then it kind of the flavor goes away, and you're kind of left with a really harsh kind of bunch of weeds and seeds. I don't know what they use in this, but it smells great in the pouch, and it will taste great for the first few puffs, and then it kind of turns to ash in the bowl. It just, I'm sorry, it's small. If you want tongue bite, if you like tongue bite, boys and girls, this is the blend for you, okay? Good tongue bite right here, okay? So I'd give this maybe a 3.5, okay? Sorry. Anyway. Okay. Let's look at some more Briar Patch blends here real quick before I bring the video to a close. Whiskey River. This wasn't bad. I'd give it a 6. It's an aromatic, kind of like a Bork and Riff knockoff. You know, better than Bork and Riff, at least from that. Gentle Dreams. Gentle Dreams Briar Patch blend. It's actually very good. Now this is a little dried out. I might have to throw that away. I got a newer bag here, but very delicious aromatic. So if you like aromatics, you're near the Briar Patch, you want to order, you can't go wrong with Gentle Dreams. I give this at least an 8 as well. Okay, Gentle Dreams. It's an aromatic. Okay. Believe it or not, I think we have come to the very last one. This was a Balkan Sobrani. This was given to me by, I think, Herminator, and Balkan, the new Balkan Sobrani. I had a 10 of this, and I would say that it was a 7. I was hoping it was going to be up there like with Blue Mountain. Blue Mountain's delicious, definitely a 9. I was a little bit disappointed in this. I thought this was going to be almost like, you know, the elixir of the gods kind of thing, because it was being, you know, hailed as this wonderful, you know, reincarnation of this great classic tobacco. And I don't know. I don't know of anybody else that really, I'm sure a lot of people love it, but I would give it a 7. I wasn't too, like I said, it didn't really curl my toes that much, but hey, it was a gift, and I smoked some of it, and it wasn't bad. Okay, that's about it. I was going to talk a little bit about some pipe paraphernalia. I got this really nice pipe, Yobi, whatever, pipe pouch. It's got enough little room there to carry some of your little like tampers and maybe a lighter or something. So maybe some pipe cleaners. You can carry like a brace of pipes in this thing, you know. So then it has a little extra tobacco pouch. You can put some extra tobacco in. I use this a lot when I travel. You know, I just pack a couple of pipes and put it in my truck, and I'm off, and I love it. And it keeps everything all organized right there for a little day trip. So you can't go wrong with getting one of these. If you don't have one of these, maybe put on next year's you know, Santa list, you know, and see what you get, because a good little pipe case is actually a really a good little thing to have. Lighters, you know, I'll just talk real briefly. I really like my Dunhill lighter. How many of you out there have heard of DuPont lighters? I'm sure many of you have heard of the DuPont lighters. They're like the Cadillac of Cadillac lighters. I'd like to get one, but they're extremely pricey, and actually they're more cigar They're more for cigars. I guess you can get one. I guess you can get them fitted for pipes. But anyway, I don't know if I'll ever get one, but they're kind of interesting. They're novelties, certainly. They're little status symbols, I guess. They're like, ooh, I have a DuPont lighter. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know? but don't get me wrong. I mean, if you have a DuPont lighter, I'm not hating on you. I think they're really well crafted. They're beautiful. They're just really beautiful things. You know, it's just like looking at Waterford crystal kind of things. They're just really wow. Okay, well, listen, folks, that's it. That's all I wanted to share with you this year on my pipe reviews. So thank you for watching. Again, you take care, and I hope you have a wonderful and prosperous and happy pipe year in the year 2014. We'll see you. Hoy Smoking Pipe Pottery saying, light up your world, light up your pipe. See you now. Bye. How do I stop this thing? Oh, here we go. Bye.